Inherited a 48-unit apartment and want to sell. I have recently inherited my dad's 48-unit apartment that he used to self-manage. How would I go about selling it? It's in a decent Texas city with rents of $29,000 as my dad never raised the rents. Who should I be reaching out to for something like this? Is there a company across Texas nationwide that specializes in this? Also, how would I figure out a fair price? Thanks in advance. If I were you, I would find a reputable commercial firm that does property management and I would place it under professional management for a year or two to get the rents up to market before I would consider selling it. Commercial valuations are based on income. You will do better selling it if you wait until you get the rents up. But in any event, if you've inherited it, you're going to need to have a professional appraisal done to establish your tax basis. That would at least be a starting point. You're looking for a commercial multifamily broker. Don't rush to sell. Please consult a CPA and a financial advisor that understands RE. Many of us work our whole lives to get to properties of that caliber, like me. I would find a great property management company and watch over them until you trust their operations. If you need cash, you could look into a cash-out refi. You have enormous tax benefits and passive income with the property and huge tax burden if you sell. If you sell, what will you do with the money to have it work for you? This is the kind of asset that can retire you early if you're smart. Holy fuck. Can't believe you'd want to sell. I mean, good for you. But that took a lot of work on your dad's part. I bet the rental income could retire you and you could live off the cash flow. Leah, get it fixed up, get a property manager and reap the rewards of you and your dad's hard work. Do not under any circumstances sell this place. Sit down with 3 different property management companies and interview them all. Have each do an analysis of the property and the rents, and how much more rent can be produced. If you don't get the rents up to market rate before you sell, you're losing out in potentially millions of dollars. Also, why would you want to sell an actual cash piñata? It's raining money out of it. Pay the best management company 10 of the rents and go enjoy your life. For a commercial property with that many units, your ideal buyer is a large apt operator. Contact national and regional brokers, for example CBRE, JLL, Marcus Miller Chap, Gray Steele. Research others. They have specialists who often have pools of investors looking for certain asset types, including 1031 ex-buyers from other states. Damn. Why sell? Why would you sell this? Lol. Hire an appraiser independent of anyone. Put up an advertisement anywhere. They'll all crawl out of the swamps to buy it. You likely will do much better by working the property for a year and get those rents up to market. You might be missing out on millions of dollars by selling now rather than raising rents and selling in 2 years. But excuse the slightly sexist comparison, but you're the hot girl at the bar. Don't go home with a schmo. You should be talking to the best agent at any brokerage you deal with. You should also be negotiating fees and not settling for the standard 6. Also, you need to decide if you want to leave money on the table or not. You could bring in a highly motivated PM. Give them a better percentage and have them come in and improve units and rents. You could spend $200, $500K and raise your asking price $1 million. But it will be 3 years of some headaches to get there. It's a cash cow. Why would you sell? Hire someone to manage it for you. You would be foolish to sell it. What city? Commercial broker, or investment firm. In Texas, for a decent-sized city at 48 units, I'd likely buy that all day long. How confident do you feel in doing your own rough evaluation of the value of this property? The same idea as going into anything from hiring a plumber to selling a house. I'd like to be able to speak at least a little bit of the same language that the industry professionals use. This would help you not get screwed or taken advantage of. You can already see people in this thread frothing at the mouth on this post, wanting to DM you and swoop in. My dad just passed and I inherited multifamily homes and immediately thought I should sell. I decided to get a full year of data, see how managing goes, and then deciding. Truthfully, I have mixed emotions, but I am not doing a thing until I hit a year, with the exception of raising rents slow. Why? As a note, don't take the first broker to speak with you. Try and find someone who can explain the process well so that you can feel a bit comfortable with what is going on. Also, I would make sure they have sold similar things before. Don't take a very keen person who has never sold an apartment building. I'd raise the rents on all the units to market to get it to max performing with good tenants, as this will make it sell for quite a bit more. I wouldn't sell it. Find a property manager. Keep it seriously. You can do so much with your own business. Write off your cars, put more money in an investment account, write off gas, food, etc. Plus your kids could inherit it, or you could sell it for retirement. Honestly, you will regret it. The value of the cash you get from it now is minuscule of the cash it will be worth in 30 years. I definitely wouldn't sell. That's cash flow and tax depreciation at the same time. I guess you don't have the heart. Make some improvements, hire a property management company and a property manager, and don't worry about it. You can collect your monopoly money and stay at your job. Who knows what will happen with your job? Your future self will thank you. Don't sell it, bro. If it's paid off, why sell? Raise rents slowly. I'm going to tell this even if you don't want to hear it. You should probably keep it and try to raise rents to market. I know people who had inherited awesome real estate when they were young from their parents. All of them regretted it and think about it years later. It's genuinely strong cash flow that can pay returns for the rest of your life. And if you set it up properly, it pays better than any job you could ever get besides being a pro sports player. Why don't you hire a management company to run it? You can take healthy debt on it and still own the asset. If the property is worth 3 meters, for example, borrow 1 meter. As the rates go down, you can refinance to a lower rate. Hire a solid property management company to run the place for you and bank the check that it sends you every month with those profits. I would not even consider selling unless there's something else that's forcing the issue. Your father left you a never-ending money printer. Be thankful and let it work for you. Minimum wait a full year and get past the grief stage before making any major life decisions. If then you still want to sell an income property, come back here and you'll find many takers. Best thing is to wait and hold. Best advice here is don't do anything for a year minimum. Collect the gravy dollar and just chill. But really, if you're asking here, you don't have a better plan for the dollar. Hire a manager and get the rents up to market, and let the endless cash roll in. If you sell it, you're gonna get hosed on the price and the dollar will be gone quicker than you can imagine. Commercial properties of your size will certainly be valued based on income. You're missing out on true gains if you sell them at the current income. At least hire a property manager to raise up the rent before selling, or when selling, make sure your pro forma rents actually represent the current market rent. We are talking about difference in millions. And as others have mentioned, your property is what's called generational wealth. I wouldn't sell, but that's again up to you. Contact a local realtor with knowledge of your market and ask them create a CMA to determine a fair market price for the property. Good luck, hop. Interview some property managers and let them deal with it for you. The money is probably safer there than it is in the market. Take a look at the site Redfin. Look for local property types like yours and contact that agent. Even more ideal would be finding sold properties of similar type and contact that agent. You may get recommendations by positing in the city-specific sub like asked for. Depending on your ability, you'll want to raise those rents and do a couple updates before selling. Your best bet is hiring a management company and retaining the asset. Provided there aren't any major capex issues, you'll be sitting pretty. Some people just out here living my dream. What cap rate would you want to sell at?